Greetings all, Ferrari-Man601 here. And today, I'm doing something right now that would have gotten me arrested up until about 4 hours ago. And that's going for a run in a public park. I never thought that I would live in a country where, especially because we have constitutional rights codified in a document that has been the foundational law of this land since 1783 or so. Really, 1787, but the underpinnings of it date back well before that. But for the past 4 weeks, 5 weeks, what I'm doing right now would have gotten me arrested. I'm all alone out here. There are other people here, but I'm counting three other people within about 2,000 foot circle of me. Nobody's getting sick from this. But the fact that when I would go drive around, and again, this is my home. I've lived in this area for almost my entire life, and furthermore, my family has lived here for the last about 60 years. So this is my home, but when I would go to work or come back from work, necessarily I drive by the entrances to many parks. And not only were those entrances blocked off with typical gates chained shut, but the gates were also guarded by sheriff's deputies, armed, in some cases with automatic rifles. There are people in my state who are starving because they have no money, because they're one of the 46 plus million Americans who have no job and they cannot get unemployment for whatever reasons. Some were amazingly unlucky and they accepted a new job within the last 6 months or so, which disqualifies you from receiving unemployment. Other people simply cannot get their claims processed with the unemployment system because the demand of 46 million people all flooding this same resource is simply too much. It's good to see other people out here. But the fact of the matter is that the government can allocate resources to put armed guards at the gates of parks, but they cannot allocate resources necessary to get 46 million people any sort of income. There are about, I'd estimate about 80 million children, maybe more, who have been out of school for 2 months now. And they're not going back anytime soon. They've been robbed of an education. There are people who are graduating from high school or from university who will not get a graduation. They'll miss that sense of accomplishment that comes with having achieved something. There are people I know even, who have had loved ones die, not because of COVID, but for other causes, but because everything is taken as a COVID death now. Their loved ones' names are erased, and they're given a number, and they're thrown in a book of statistics that's designed for no other purpose than to give state governments money. I know one person in particular, he's 83 or so years old, had late stage dementia, and unfortunately succumbed to it. Treated as a COVID death. This person's family couldn't have a funeral. So, I don't know what any of that means. But our priorities are completely nowhere. We have a government that revels in power that they don't have. And even more worryingly, we have a populace that revels in being subjugated. I cannot tell you how many people I have seen, whether it's online or in person, who have told me how happy they are to be locked away, how happy they are to be unable to leave your home after 8 p.m., how happy they are that people are not working. And to me, that's simply incomprehensible. People are dying, and not just physically, and not just from COVID. People are dying spiritually. So many people's lives have been ruined, some perhaps irreparably. I don't know what's to come next. I don't even know if I'll be able to do this tomorrow. But for now, all I can say is give me liberty or give me death.